Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well after our week off last week. This week we are in Belgium. Everybody loves Belgium, I think. I like Belgium anyway. And since I'm the one watching, we all enjoy it. Oh, let's see. So last time we were all here, we raced in Hungary for round 7. We had Guinness and Sam really were the two big winners, but we did have Safkov winning the sprint race. Guinness won the feature race and got the fastest lap for that race with a 1:30.5. The winner of the weekend overall, though, was Sam Barrett. He got 2 very good results in both races, and also the fastest lap in the sprint race. Excuse me, with a 1:31 dead, I think it was. I'm not sure myself. But this week we have Belgium, which I think you're probably looking just under the 2-minute mark or just over, probably not far off. I'm just writing stuff down.
We're just going to go down now.
Okay, down. We are just waiting for everybody to join. We've got a couple of new joiners this week, I think. Kraz, certainly. He's for the F1 racing. He's going to have a try in here, because just to build up the numbers. We did have a couple of new joiners to the league this week, but are they joining the race? Doesn't look like it. Hello, Kaz. Good evening. There we are. We are readying up. We are jumping in. Everybody, remember to leave the time in between for your strategies. Setups are fixed, so there's not much there. Time to put your foot down and cough. Just cough. Keza, my man. Good to have you watch. Missing us already, buddy. Here we go. So, as usual, just in case anybody has forgotten, we are a one-shot qualifying, straight into feature race, no formation lap. We do leave a couple of minutes in between for strategies. Looking for a little bit cleaner racing off a couple of new guys. Possible rain at the end of the sprint that could throw a spanner in the works. Thank you for that, Spaceman. Keep our eyes out for that. We'll stick with T-Bird. That's the car it's given us. Spaceman currently first. That's what we love to see. Our big space boy round the first corner and out. He is still first. Go on, boyo. Coming up to the hill, we have SOB in second and T-Bird up to third, coming up into the hill there. And we still have Spaceman in first place. Sob has now taken that first place as Spaceman. Must have had a bit of a wobble down to 9th. Losing a bit of pace there. Let's see. Yeah. Fitted. There we go. So, everybody on the softs except for Safkov, who is on the mediums, Kaz, who is also on the mediums, and Sparks, again, on the mediums. T-Bird and Guinnett just rotating places there as they come round the little bit of a U-bend. Down into that fast left-hander. Ooh, it's always tight in an F1 car. Never mind fixed setups on an F2, but that was taken quite nicely there by T-Bird. Our league leader, I think, has been missing a couple of weeks now, so he's going to drop points. That would be George or Jim. We've not really heard much off him either, so hope he's doing okay. T-Bird and Guinnett, very, very close between those two. Kraz J, our new reserve for F2, or certainly reserving for today, in 3rd place. I'd love to see the new boys doing well. As they come into the chicane at the end of the lap. Nice and clean, maybe just over that line there. He might just have got away with that. Guinnett has taken 1st place and crossed in 1st with a 1:56.9. With 1, 2, yeah, Spaceman must have disqualified coming up the hill there because he dropped from 1st to 9th. That was 3 drivers disqualified at the end, although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 altogether. Kaz getting 2 minutes 5, 2 minutes bang on, and then 5/10. Sorry, that was said in a stupid way there by me, but so we've got Guinnett in 1st with a 1:56.9. T-Bird takes 2nd, 57 dead, and Kraz into 3rd with a 58 dead, so a whole second there between those two. Grumpy in 4th, Safkov takes 5th, Cheeky B in 6th, Kaz taking 7th, and everyone behind him disqualified for cutting a corner. So close between the top two there, 0.098. Hopefully we get racing like that during the races. This is where we give them a minute or two just to choose their strategies. The only people that should press X first would be either Spaceman or Guinnett. It's usually Space. Looking for some good clean races. Today we have not Guinnett or Space pressing X first. That was either Sob or Cheeky B. I missed it. Missed who was first. It could have been about the same time. Unfortunately, that could be a penalty. Before you've even raced, boys, you know the rules. Here we are then, straight into the race, no formation, lap 4, 5, red lights here in Belgium, in Spa, and they're off. A couple of wheel spins there from the front two. Guinnett manages to just about retain the front position out of turn 1, but very, very close. Let's get some on there. Somebody has gone off already. That would be Kraz. He just looked like he went straight there. 5-second penalty as well for a collision with Safkov. SOB as well. Is that a 5 seconds as well? It is. One's doing for another collision. That's not a good start for those two. Let's get the things on. We have a virtual safety car. Let me just set up the display. So, in terms of tyre, we now have 4 on the mediums with Suzuki maybe adding to the medium runners. Could possibly be Kaz, one of the two. We're back to green anyway. T-Bird is in first position Guinea just over half a second behind, and then Cheeky B up to third. It's been a good start for him. Grumpy and Sob there. Nice racing, good side by side. Keep an eye on Sob coming into the fast left-hander. We've got another yellow for Kraz, who has DNF'd. He didn't have a wing, I don't think, after that collision on the first corner. Could have just wiped him out. Nobody will pass him though, so we're going to have to leave that. Suzuki now gets past Sob. Sob had some good results last week. His driving, however, was a little bit questionable. We have had a bit of a word. Looks a bit cleaner coming into the end of this first lap. Still, if you remember, he was taking the corners quite deep and then just coming back on track. He's just done it there again. That's two corners in a row there. Other cars are going to have to pull away as he comes back on track. So that is the end of lap 1 with T-Bird still in the lead. Guinea still right up his legs. Oh, get it! We caught that on stream. That was unlucky. That just a bit of a spin. His back end left him. Does drop down to 6th place. That is so unfortunate. It's given the gap now for T-Bird to just in the clean air, possibly just take it home. There's a 4.5 seconds between the top two. There's a second then between second, third, and then a second and a half between third and fourth. Good to see Grumpy up there in the top 3. Oh, we've got Kaz out now. We have Cheeky B and Sob both pitting at the end of the first lap. They will have to pit again. I'm not sure you can pit in the first 3 laps. It's an odd place to crash there, Kaz. There's no real... Unless you caught too much curve, it can throw you off. Let's try and stick with a Cheeky B and see if we can see the car on there. It was just on that side of the road there. Maybe he took the too much curve and just spun the back end. Watch your deltas. We do have a full course safety car. So we've had 2 DNFs and a safety car and a virtual safety car, all within 2 laps. I don't think I'm allowed this much excitement. Everybody's slowly catching up. There we go. So it means Sob has had his penalty. We've had Sparks and Guinea jumping as well. Ooh. I'm not sure you can pit in the first 3 laps. I read about that, but they're taking the chance anyway. There we go. Mediums on for Guinea. More than like, oh! We have a stack of Rooney, Sparks and Jalen. It's unfortunate for Jalen that. They're not the quickest of pit stops anyway. Luckily for him, obviously the safety car's out and he's got the fresher tyres, but that's a long pit stop. That you don't want to be in there that long. That's Cheeky coming back in 2 laps in a row. Has he got damage? Doesn't look like he's got damage. Let's see, there's no wing there. It's I've got to say, it's a bit of a strange decision to swap. Yeah, it's certainly an odd decision. There's got to be some sort of thought behind it. Maybe he's thinking the fresher the tyres the better, but he'd only just been in. and the safety car was out from when he came out, so don't know. Certainly don't think I've missed anything in terms of spins or knocks or anything like that. There's no penalties being added apart from Sob's 3 seconds for cutting corners. We've got Sparks there on the fresh softs. I think he's looking to take advantage of maybe the medium runners ahead of him. If he can get past space, and Suzuki is certainly in line. No, didn't think so. Very strange decision, but that's his strategy. You're not that bad, Kez. So 6th back, have all stopped once. I thought the ruling wasn't, you couldn't stop in the first 3 laps. We've had a bump there between Grumpy and Suzuki. That's got to be on Suzuki, that. It's up to the car behind to not hit the car ahead. Both now jumping in at the end of lap 3. Whoa, Suzuki almost losing it there. Spaceman up to 3rd. Should really be only one more lap. Everyone should catch up at the end by the end of this one. T-Bird back in Mazepin's car. Spaceman in Tictums. British. Throw there. Guinnett in Aikens. Sobbing Sonodas. Jingleman's in. That's Islet, something like that. Filip Drugovic. But we've got Catman in. Grumpy Catman. Filip Drugovic. Cheeky Sob in there with a 2:01 for the medium runners. I'm looking at Safkov really, I think, or Guinnett, one of those two, because I think Guinnett will have to pit again, because I think he pitted on the end of lap 2. One of those two could get the fastest lap and go back on the softs for the end. We should be having safety car in now, are we? Yes, we are. There we go then. That little bunch there, the 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'd say are a bit close. There's no way a second between those cars. Bobbing and weaving, trying to get your tyres warm. You don't want them cold going into turn 1. Especially those medium runners. Spaceman needs to capitalise here. He's got the softer tyres over Safkov and Sparks as well on the fresh. That's Cheeky B now with a 5 second on Suzuki. Suzuki's back in the pits. That's his second, I think. 5 second penalty. T-Bird got away well. Safkov got away well. Spaceman couldn't capitalise. We've got Sparks just behind Spaceman. Slightly fresher tyres. Coming up to this long straight. Side by side. Spaceman needs to be the late breaker here. Leave the room. Oh, went to the wrong car. Looks like Sparks has got the move done. Suzuki retired in the pits by the looks of it. Stick around for the sprint. Seabird not exactly pulling away. There's only a second between them. Safi's going to want to stay within that second long term. Some gaps forming near the back. Oh, is that all from leader? I'm looking at the wrong bloody thing there. Interval. Yeah, so it's still within a second there though, but there we are. So top 6 pretty close to each other there. Then we've got about a 2-second gap. 7th down to 9th then, little train. Suzuki has now retired from this race, so we'll stay away from him. Getting it with a 3-second penalty there as well. Top 3 no penalties. So at the minute, result is the result. Seabird's going to get off those softs, get on the mediums. Let's see where he's going to come out. Maybe even down all the way to 9th place. Oh, no, Cheeky B jumped in as well. Again. Onto the mediums and off. Do they have a drive-through? Must have had a drive-through. Ooh. Bit of a fiery back end there from Cheeky B. Safkov and Sparks side by side. Ooh. Sparks has got the tyre advantage. I think Safkov has the not the skill over Sparks. That's the wrong word. You know, Sparks has got his things, but I think Safkov is a little bit more experienced, especially within this league. Sparks is newer than Safkov to us. Still very close. Up to Spaceman there. Sob right on the exhaust of Spaceman. We'll stay with this little pairing. Spaceman's got the tyre advantage. Could have defended that. Sob doing his best now to catch up to the front 3. The front 3 very, very close. Very close. Only one of them on the softs. But only one of them hasn't stopped yet as well. So Safkov could be the big leader or the big loser with him not stopping yet. Spaceman in the pits. Let's have a look. Such a long pit stop in the F2 cars. There's no and it's done. Oh, and he's sat waiting as well. Oh, just couldn't get his throttle down. Teammate's going to get past him as well. Coming out of the pits. All to do now for Spaceman. Yeah, you can. Come on, don't be silly. It's only a sprint race. You probably do about 8 laps. Oh, that was close. Safkov and Sparks still fighting. Okay, no problem. I'm not going to force you. So, same couple of corners we saw them battling through last time. Whoa, just a little bit of a touch there. Could have been dangerous, but nothing comes of it. Just if he can get his nose head down this straight, I think he's got P1. One move to defend Safkov. Just back off a little bit there, Sparks. There we go. There we go. He's covering that inside. Inside, inside. Very, very close. Very close. I'm going to try and get this inside. Between here. That's another penalty for Cheeky. Cutting them corners. Again, it's just waiting. He's biding his time. He's going to just wait for a mistake to happen, I think, between the two. They're so close. You certainly don't want to be side by side coming up the hill of Eau Rouge. Softer tyres here. He's got the DRS. He's got to take it on this straight now. He's got to make it stick. Looks like he has for the time being. A little bit of defending to do. He's only 3/10 behind. It's a tough corner this. I always struggle on this corner, even in the F1 cars. There we are. Ginnett's just held out for a mistake there by Saf. Took it a little bit wide. Snuck up on the inside of him. Saf's coming back. He's got a little bit of a toe from Ginnett. Baseman overtaking Cheeky down the back there. I'll stick with Saf for now. Still got a pit. The other two have pit once. Personally, I think it was too early. I'm sure there's a 3-lap rule. Sob slowly catching, but another 3 seconds there for him. Let's go for penalties. We've got Ginnett with a 3. So he's got, well, just coming up to 4 laps. 5 laps, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 5 laps to need to take Sparks and then make up that 3 second. Saf jumps into the pits. Sob does overtake. He's got 6 seconds though. So at the minute, your top 3 would be Sparks, Ginnett and Grumpy. Soft coming. Soft's on and off again. He's going to come out ahead of the 2 dams. I think Space is pretty safe in 8th place. Gives him pole position for the next race though. So good luck with that. We've had it before. Back in Italy. No, Austria. Austria it was. Ooh, Sparks picks up a penalty now. So Ginnett's made the move and he doesn't need that 3 seconds anymore either. So Ginnett currently is your leader. Actual leader. He's got a bit of work to do now. Safkov is 7 seconds-ish behind his teammate, who is then 10.5 seconds behind 5th place. Everybody has stopped at least once. Big winner so far has been Sparks with 10 places made. Bit of a gap forming now between Ginnett and Sparks, 1.1. As soon as you break that second, that's the DRS gone as well. Easy pickings there for the guy sitting in first with a clean air. Sparks jumps into the pits. Oh, looks like he knocked his wall. So we've got Sob sat in 2nd place now. From what I've seen, it's been a better drive this week. Cheeky B has retired from the session. I think he has thrown himself off. Not on purpose. Let's stick with Suzuki and see if he can catch up and see him before his car disappears. It's only a sectional. Oh, Spaceman might just get ahead of Sparks. That's going to be close coming around that corner. Let's have a look from Spaceman's point of view. Sparks just ahead of him coming out. He's in around a second. And I missed it anyway. Obviously. That big gap now between first and second, coming up to 5 seconds. There's nothing close really at the minute other than Spaceman and Sparks. Sparks jumping in and out of connection there, big cross, and then we've got the thingy back on. Space he's going to want to chase him down, but not too much really. He's going to want to, you know, if he can overtake him, great. That's, you know, it's an extra point, I suppose. But you lose your pole position for next race. I know it's still front row, but everybody loves a pole position, don't they? Straight in, cut across, into the first corner, and then up the hill. Oh, just jumped on Suzuki there as he lost it coming out of the U-bend. It's always an awkward corner. We have Safkov into the wall coming out of the final corner. I thought he was going into the pits by the look of his thing. Oh, we've got Sparks there as well, look. Oh, they had to come in together. Oh, massive, massive collision if that's the case. Spaceman up to 6th position now. So it's worth it for the points, but now you're sitting in 3rd for the next race. 2nd row. Guinness still making up that time on 2nd as well. 6 seconds now. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. What am I looking at? There we go. Let's just get the we'll get the thing cleared. That's not what I want. We'll leave this one on. And we will take that off. Let's have a look at the penalties now. Well, it's Guinness to lose. Unless he does have to make that pit again. But I don't think he does, because I don't think he can do it on the last lap. So, maybe he timed it absolutely perfectly. I did put him in the pile for the fastest lap. There it is. With only 2 laps to go. Again, it pulls out a 1:58. Grumpy still no penalties. He's going to want to keep within that 6 seconds though. He's going to want to put his foot down. Try and catch up a little bit to Sob just ahead of him. That was a bit of a yellow for Sparks. Must have had another wobble. He's up to 9 seconds on penalties. Oh, I think he's lost a wing. And that is unusual behaviour. Let's see if he does pit. I mean, honestly, I think he has to. That's got to be a damaged wing. Although with only 1 to go, would you bother? Oh, there it is again. Could be what happened last time, and Saf has just gone off on his own as well. But it does look like it's not giving me a good vantage point on a view. Yeah, the front of the car, yeah. Well, both end plates have gone. But if you damage one, it's difficult to drive them for the other one. There you are. I think Guinness could have a spin and still come first. Grumpy, if you've got rocket fuel in that car on reserve, I'd put it down now. Oh no, you've got 9 seconds now, yeah. That's all right then. So technically, Grumpy is in second place. Keep it clean. Get on that second step. T-Bird also with no penalties. Great result here for T-Bird. I think this is his little nemesis. Sam Barrett isn't racing this week, so he's put his foot down and he's proven himself. This is what I can do. Nice to see some of the usual, not back markers, I don't want to call them back markers, but usually, you know, they're fighting for the top 10 people, getting that higher position. There we are. Sob jumped into the pits. Again, strange decision there by Sob on the last lap. He could have stayed P3 if it had just finished the race. If T-Bird can catch up another half a second, I think he's going to get top 3. Half a second, pal. Jalen's going to want to put his foot down and keep it. Oh, massive lock up there coming into that corner. Sparks is off the road. Ginnett's going to bring that home. That was quite wide there by Ginnett. I think he could take his tyres off and still win at the minute with nearly 17 seconds ahead of second place, with Sob jumping in the pits at a strange time. Big props to Grumpy and T-Bird there, no penalties all race. Unlucky for Kraz and Kaz out on the first lap. I hope they've stayed around for the sprint. Anything can happen. We do have Ginnett to finish the race and set a new fastest lap as well. He's just showing off there with that one. Here comes Grumpy round the final corner to take second position. Congratulations, you old catman, you. Jalen comes home in third. T-Bird will be fourth. Will he take third on penalties? He does. Congratulations, T-Bird there. Nice, 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 nice. SOB in fifth. Our big spaceman brings it home for sixth position there, pal. Congratulations, that is a great race. And Suzuki will finish for seventh. Well done to Ginnett. Just write that down. Congratulations, Genie. Yeah, I thought he'd pit too early as well. I guess it was just absolutely bang on perfect all the way through the race. I thought I was saying the fastest lap. I just need to see that, please. 1:58.8. It must have been absolutely spot on perfect timing. Has Suzuki brought it home yet? No. Coming up to the final chicane there. George hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, mate. We've not heard anything from him. I don't think he raced last week in Hungary. The last time he was a race winner, at least on my things, was France. So this could be his fourth race that he's missed. That was Jalen with driver of the day. With the game gives it to the guy with the most overtakes, but I think T-Bird is going to get it from me. That's a good race there. I know he only got third on penalties, but to do a Belgium with no penalties whatsoever, that is great driving. So no penalties and a podium. That for me is my driver of the day for the feature race. On to the sprint. Let's have a look. We'll just do a quick run through once again. So it's Ginnett in your first place Position, Grumpy Catman gets a second spot. Congratulations, Grumpy. T-Bird rounds off your top 3. Jalen in 4th. CMDR Sob in 5th. Spaceman 6th. Congratulations, buddy. We love a good 6th place for Spaceman. Suzuki 7th. Sparks will finish 8th, but did not finish the race. Safkov, Cheeky B, Kaz and Kraz all DNFing. As the saying goes, if you can stay penalty free, you're going to have a good race. And I think it proves right here for the likes of T-Bird. And I think Grumpy as well. I think the two penalty free boys were 2nd and 3rd. Possible. So, as Spaceman said, we could have rain coming to the end of the sprint. As you all know, the front 8 from the feature rotates for the sprint. So if you finished 8th, you're now on pole. 7th, you're now 2nd, etc., etc. Cheeky B with the early X. So I'm guessing it was you in the feature race as well, buddy. Stop it. Stop it. That is not your job. And we'll just count down. There we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. It still says loading on the screen though. Why are we waiting for players? There we are. So we got Sparks on pole. Suzuki started 2nd, but Space gets ahead into the first corner. Can he keep that 2nd position coming out of the first corner? I don't think he's going to. No, Sob has managed to overtake him. Space in 3rd, T-Bird 4th, Suzuki 5th, Jalen 6th, getting it down in 7th, Safkov in 8th, Cheeky B 9th, Grumpy Catman 10th. Grumpy Catman 10th? Should have been 7th. Something's happened off the line there, I think. Side by side racing between Grumpy and Kaz. Grumpy all the way to the back now. Now there's no pit stops in this race, and the soft tyres aren't going to last 9 laps. Let's get this back on. I want to see the interval and I want to see the tyre, and we've had T-Bird go for a wander. SOB, Suzuki and Kaz all on the softs. I think you're going to struggle to take them a full 9 laps, fellas. But we shall see. Tyre management can come into it, but you don't want to pit stop if you don't have to. Kaz very wide on that fast left. Getting it now, overtaking Jalen. Gone from 8th to 4th in what, about half a lap, coming up to the end of sector 2. Can we have the marshals? Who is it? Radio control. Just check over the car of Guinness. Something not right there. Spaceman up in 3rd. SOB driving very well, staying on the back of Sparks. That's it. Bit of braking. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, nearly sent it. Nearly ended it. Actually, there, Sob, but you got away with that one. Safkov out. I didn't see the car. Where was the car? Safkov out at the end of lap 1. We have 5 seconds for Sob for a severe collision. We have a virtual safety car. We are on repeat. Sob, man, what is going on here? I think the game's asking people to overtake. That was like real racing. We'll just pause for that. Safkov, pedals broken there. At least it wasn't Lewis Hamilton going, my tyres are off, my tyres are off. It's like Lewis on lap 2, come on. No, there we go. Safkov's pedals went. Hopefully he's back for the Tier 2 race. Unfortunate if not. Tier 2 tonight we have Brazil, so stick around for that. At 11 o'clock in UK, which is for me, or 6 o'clock in Eastern Time, which is where the league is located, or set, or whatever you want to call it. So at the end of the virtual there, we still have Sob in first, Sparks just behind in second, Guinnett has got around Spaceman into third, Liam and Spaceman in fourth place, side by side with Jalen. Jalen, give him some space, there we go, coming out wide, he does manage to make it stick ahead. Suzuki also taking advantage there of a Spaceman, a wide Spaceman. Then Kraz a good second and a half away, Cheeky B just behind him, Kaz just behind Cheeky, and Grumpy Catman and T-Bird at the back. What a difference a race makes, I guess. Our second and third placed finished in the feature race are now 10th and 11th into lap 3 of the sprint. Is T-Bird going to make that sticking? No, he's not. No. The Catman gets a bit of a better exit out of the corner. Come on, everyone say it. Couple more penalties being picked up there. Spaceman and Jalen picking up 3 seconds each, I'm guessing. Yep. I still think 9 laps is too long for those softs, so I'm guessing 3 of you will have to pit, which is only good for everybody else. Just have a drink there while we'll stick on with the front 2. A few tenths between, well, a lot of the cars really. Top 3, half a second of roundabouts between each. About 5 seconds then between third and fourth. And then it's half a second-ish each between every single car behind. Grumpy Catman there must be right up the exhaust of Kaz and Cheeky B by the looks of it. We'll stick on with this. This could be good. Why do you give me somebody else? Give me a better camera. Oh, come on. Whoa, there's T-Bird taking advantage of a slidey Grumpy. Slidey Catman would have sounded better there. Should have said that. Missed your chance now, Johnny. Never mind. So it's all to do now for Grumpy. Losing another spot. Essentially last place. T-Bird with a 3 second. This is very, very close. Very, very close. What are we thinking, chat boys, girls, animals, anybody who's watching? Are those softs going to last? Because that is going to change a lot of positions there, really. Essentially could put Sob, Suzuki and Kaz as the back 3 if they do have to pit. Ooh, Sob right off the track there. Always seems something happen when I swap off them. Ooh. Oh, I hate this corner. It's not my favourite. Jalen and Spaceman. Spaceman gets ahead. JKB with a 3 second. Now if Jalen can keep that in a line, should have the better traction. Although it means Spaceman's got the inside for the next corner. It's a big lock up there for Jalen, but... Oh, where are we? There we are. Oh, now we've got Kraz in space. Kraz just braking just that little bit later than Spaceman there. Spaceman's a lover, not a fighter. But he'll keep the pressure on. On to Kraz. Send it into the chicane space. I'm only kidding, don't send it. Sparks with the fastest lap, 1:59.1. That is only 3/10 off the fastest lap for the last race. Side by side with T-Bird and Cheeky B. Oh, that's not late braking, that's forgetting. That's unfortunate there for Cheeky. I think he was just trying to brake that a little bit later and just left it a couple of tenths too long. Went very, very wide into turn 1. Straight across up the hill. This could be his race ending. Oh, it is. Yep. We saw that coming from a mile off. You don't get your line right there. That is the whole hill wrong. And it's so unfortunate. We've got another virtual. Suzuki there with a drive through. Yeah, sat in 4th place. You don't want to drive through there. So keep your delta. See, if I was the guys on softs now, I would be pitting now. I don't think they're going to go another 4. Sob with a drive through as well. That's got to be his race over. He already had penalties and now he's got a drive through. Just as we go green, Jalen gets ahead of Suzuki. Timed that perfectly, that was just as it went off. Only 1/10 between Sparks and Guinea. Right, Sob going to go in now. Nope, Sob's not going to go in now. Is Suzuki going to go in now? He's took the outer line, so I wouldn't have thought so. You get 3 laps to take him, so by lap 8 for the 2. It's a good little battle if they can keep it up for these 3. Oh, massive lock up there for Jalen. All 4 tyres there. That was, I've never seen all 4 tyres go. Whoa. There's squeezing and then there's trying to end someone's race. That was unfortunate. That was just a little bit too tight of a squeeze. Kraz just too far behind Jalen to overtake down that straight. Spaceman took advantage of Suzuki going wide out of the hill. Is Suzuki still in? His car is ghosted with the drive-through as well. Honestly, I think I'd have retired as well. 10 seconds between the top 3 and 4th. I'd get your drive-through done as soon as possible. There we are. So Sob comes in for his drive-through. Guinea with a 1:58.8 again for the fastest lap. Let's see where he comes out. It's a long pit stop if you have to stop, but there's quite a large gap. I think the 3 cars behind him are all coming in. I don't know why they're all coming in. You don't have to pit on a sprint race. Suzuki's sorting out his drive through. Well, the AI of Suzuki is sorting out his drive through. Oh, all three of them got drive-throughs. Well, oh no, there we go. So that is Grumpy changing a wing. That would be why. That is unfortunate. Oh, and T-Bird changing a wing as well. I was going to say I didn't see him get the drive-throughs, but there we go. That's such a long pit stop, innit? Imagine the F1 drivers if they had to stop for that long. Anyway, back to the front two. Sparks still, he's giving Guinnett a good fight here. This is what we wanted last race. We don't want to see 17 seconds between cars. Stick with these two for now. We've also got Kraz and Jalen. Kraz, I think, is our tier 2 leader currently. Well, we've got a couple of cars chasing him down. Super consistent, Kraz. And this has definitely been a better race for him. His feature race was a lap 1 DNF. Guinnett showing off there with a 158.6. That was quicker than his fastest lap in the feature by a whole 2/10. So he's got his foot down. I think he's trying to take time off the car behind in Sparks. Ooh, nearly lost it there. Kraz. Jalen gets away better. We'll stick back to Sparks. Still within DRS range of Guinnett. Still too far away to overtake or even attempt or think about one. Guinnett's going to want to get that to a second. Once you've got it to a second, then it's easy. Or easier. 1.5 laps to go. Ish. Grumpy, no penalties again. Sparks, no penalties this time. So if he keeps it like that, he's got the win. In other words, Sparks, keep it like that, and you've got the win. Ooh, bit jumpy there. Sector 1. What we got there? Oh, T-Bird. I don't know if they've maybe a bit of touchy there between Grumpy and T-Bird. Grumpy's lost an end plate. T-Bird has lost an end plate, although it looks like it was both on the same side, so I don't know how that's happened. Getting him with a 158.1. Alright, mate, slow down. We'll say it in his accent. Alright, Guinnett. Slow down. Alright there, Guinnett, love. Nicely up the hill there for Sparks. Perfect line. Kraz within half a second. It's this lap or no lap. Stick with this for now. Want a better view than that. There we go. Going to want to get the move done. He's going to want to make it stick, and he's going to want to finish it like that. He manages it. He gets it. We've got a car in the pits. Why have we got a car in the pits? That's Sob. Must have wing damage. Unless he was serving a 5 seconds, but he should have just. No, he must have had wing damage as well, but otherwise, why would you go in? Last lap, coming round. We'll stick on with race leader. He's got about 8/10 to make up in the final sector. Can he do it? That's another purple sector 2. He's going for it. He's made up 2-3 tenths already. He's going to need a great final corner. Absolutely spot on, perfect. No, that's another penalty there. So that's second place there for Guinnett. That's a great drive though, Guinnett, but unfortunate, that final penalty. A 1:58 dead for the fastest lap as well, so congratulations there. But we have Sparks as the winner of the sprint. 1:58.0. Absolutely brilliant driving there. Kraz taking third. Jalen in fourth. Spaceman brings it home for fifth place. Johnny 5 salutes you, Spaceman. SOB will bring it back in seventh. With T-Bird having 12 seconds of penalties behind him, he will take seventh spot. T-Bird will take 8th. Grumpy's too far behind in 9th. And then Suzuki will round off your top 10. Once we've gone through this, we'll see the weekend's overall winner. Personally, I think Ginnett's going to get it with a win and a second. You can't get much better than that other than a win and a win. He had both fastest laps. Great racing. Great racing. RIP to Safkov, whose pedals broke mid-race. It's never nice when that happens, never mind breaking mid-race. Driver of the day was Kraz with his most overtakes. Come on, celebrate, boys. There we go. There we go. So you win it for the weekend. As we thought, Guinnett to win it. With a win and a second place. Univirtuosi, big winners for the constructors this weekend. Jalen and Sparks, second and third, rounds off. That's a good weekend for there. Grumpy in fourth, T-Bird fifth. Hey, SOB in sixth. Spaceman in seventh, Kraz in eighth, Suzuki in ninth, Kaz 10th, Cheeky B 11th, Safkov 12th. Obviously those weren't the results of the sprint. The sprint was Sparks, Guinnett, Kraz, Jalen, Kaz, Spaceman down to 6th after penalties. I didn't see that. SOB 7th, T-Bird 8th, Grumpy 9th, Suzuki 10th, Cheeky B 11th, and Safkov DNF due to pedal failure. So that was your F2 weekend. We have Tier 2 in just under an hour, where we race Brazil. Next weekend for F2 we have Silverstone. Always good racing there. Join us an hour. This was F2 at JKeSports. I do apologise. I am Johnny 5. And a good night.